Now, this next topic almost has me at a loss for words. AJ Styles is putting his retirement on the line against Gunther. We're actually having this conversation right now. It's just no way in hell that could happen. Or we're really getting close to a point where it might not be any more worldwide classic. Because I'll stop watching it. I'm really close at the moment. Because the only way that Gunther should retire AJ Styles is if AJ Styles is going back to TNA. This is the only way we're having this conversation right now. Because if I see AJ Styles retire at the hands of Gunther this Saturday at the Royal Rumble, I'm going to be one step closer to never watching the WWE again. And again, the only way that this is acceptable or even should be talked about at all is if AJ Styles is going to go full time to TNA. Now, if that's the case, let Gunther win the match and retire AJ Styles. Because I think it's a good look for AJ Styles to wrap up his career somewhere like a TNA. Because let's make sure we keep in mind, the way that this match was presented was saying that if AJ Styles lost to Gunther, that he will retire from the WWE. It didn't say that he will retire from pro wrestling. So let's keep that in mind. And that's a big reason why I think that this could happen, but only for AJ Styles to go to TNA. The fact that WWE still has a partnership with TNA is even more the reason why I believe that this could happen. So ultimately, this could be a scenario that I brought up a month or two ago when I suggested that AJ Styles should even go to AEW to finish his career. I just want to see AJ Styles finish up somewhere where his career could be fully appreciated. Even if you was to keep AJ Styles in the WWE, there's only a few other people to work with that he hasn't been in the ring with yet. And maybe that's just a personal preference of mine. But I want to see AJ Styles have matches with people that he hasn't had matches with. I want to be able to see him create new history before he leaves the sport. I thought that was pretty much the point of having things like a retirement tour. You're not trying to relive the past. You're trying to set a new history. You're still trying to show that you're one of the best in the world. And you can only do that by competing against the guys that are currently the best in the world. Even if I take it over to football for just 1 second, being that the Super Bowl is just around the corner, one of the things to me that makes Tom Brady as great as he is, he won Super Bowls against guys that he started his career against. But he also won Super Bowls against the new generation. You've competed against past, present, and future. The fact that you still even have a career to play against a new generation. And these are the exact reasons why I had such an issue with the way that John Cena retired. I didn't feel like John Cena really challenged himself and got in the ring with the next generation. We saw him wrestle some young guys here and there, but he had an entire year with WWE. That was plenty of time to get the spotlight on almost everybody. Now WWE could make up for that wrong with AJ Styles, who just happens to be a better wrestler in the ring, who just so happens to not have lost a step in almost 20 years. So outside of these guys that are coming up to the main roster from NXT, like Obafemi, like Trick Williams, it's not really a lot of people for AJ Styles to have new competition with. I think by this stage in the game, everybody in TNA will be a brand new competitor for AJ Styles. And ultimately leading up to what I feel like should be a dream match for TNA. And that's AJ Styles versus Mike Santana. Before this retirement tour is done, I think that almost has to happen. If WWE is in a real partnership with TNA, I don't see how it doesn't happen. I guess the only real question is, does Gunther have to retire AJ Styles for it to happen? Another reason I can't see this silly happening with Gunther retiring AJ Styles is because I think AJ Styles is also a favorite to win the Royal Rumble. And I think when we get to Saudi Arabia, you're going to see these fans 1,000% in support of AJ Styles. I think he's going to be one of the guys from that night that's going to get the most crowd support. I just kind of hate the fact that we got AJ Styles versus CM Punk this past Monday night. And that's not only because AJ Styles should win the Royal Rumble, but it's because AJ Styles should challenge CM Punk for the world title at WrestleMania. I don't know what the hell the WWE has planned, but I think under the leadership of Triple H, it's about time to give WrestleMania the type of championship match that it deserves. CM Punk versus AJ Styles is exactly that match. It shouldn't have even been teased on Monday night. This is the money match. This would have been the first time these two guys had a match against each other in WWE. This will be the first time in a long time CM Punk is walking into WrestleMania as a champion. This is the last year AJ Styles will be competing in WWE. What more do I have to say for that not to sound like $1 million idea? CM Punk versus AJ Styles for the world title at WrestleMania should have already been written down weeks ago. This is what WrestleMania is all about. And I've just gave a lot of critical and crucial reasons as to why. You really don't even need a lot of reasons besides the fact that it's CM Punk versus AJ Styles. They've both impacted and influenced entire generations. Why would you tease it and or give it away for free on Monday night and not even have a decisive winner? You have Finn Balor interfere for what reason? Anytime the WWE finally has something going, they're the ones that put it out of his misery, because that pretty much just puts a question mark on that match. It's basically a to be continued. If we was going to leave the match like that, I feel like we shouldn't have had it at all. We just should have took it to WrestleMania where it belonged in the first place. I'm not even going to get into the Gunther side of things, because I just recently put out a video trying to see if Gunther is really that good in the first place. Of course he's a good wrestler in the ring, but is he really that guy that should be retiring all of the legends? Because see, it's a difference between the two. And I think that's the point that I'm trying to stress. I'll tell you right now, my answer, hell no.